Ladies and gentlemen, call your families and friends. Schedule has been there, but it's just been being a little lenient. So now we're about to catch up with the time.
I'm going to mute everyone and then we'll unmute yourself, please. Let's get started.
Thank you, sir.
Here we go. We're ready.
Okie dokie. Hello, guys. Happy New Year to you. I'm super excited as usual. You guys know me. It's me, right? So welcome back to all the founders and the leaders. We want to give a shout out to all the new participants on this platform. My name is Senge. I'm the announcer, and this is ONPASSIVE Go Founders. Our slogan is, we are in it to win it. Want to thank you all for coming. We are graced here today with our leader from South Africa, Miss Marina Favid, and of course, our very, very honored and respected translator here, Valerie, who is doing the sign language for our participants. We want to thank you for being on board. Ladies and gentlemen, before we start this webinar, I want to inform you that you're going to be force muted, right? Just to make sure that you get information that you came here for. That said, this webinar is going to be locked when we start, and the question and answer session is going to be at the end of this presentation. Founders, this question and answer session is only for new participants on this platform who are not founders already. Guys, take note. This is what is going to be happening. This is a new year, and today is January 5th, 2021. Before we start, guys, settle in, settle down, because we're about to start right away. So, this young man has been in the business industry for over 35 years, guys. He is a retired computer guru. He's been practicing in the technology world for over 3 decades, ladies and gentlemen. He's a family man, a very selfless man, and very knowledgeable about this subject matter. He's very selfless, and he calls himself a man on a mission. It's my pleasure and honor to introduce to you Mr. Charles Osung.
Thank you very much, Senge. We appreciate you. We appreciate everything you do for our community. We need more people like you. Good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, wherever you're calling from. I want to welcome you, especially our guests. We love our founders, but we love our guests even more. So today, I know you're here, and the reason you're here is to hear about this amazing company. It is a once in a lifetime kind of opportunity that I'm going to be sharing with you. And the way I normally do that is by telling you my story. I tell you how I got to know about this opportunity and what are the reasons I decided to be part of it. That way, hopefully you can see in me what you want to do with your life. And this is going to help every one of us become better, make the world a better place. Okay? Now, just like the announcer said, I've been in the United States for over 35 years. I am in my 36th year and counting. And during those years, I've been working like everybody else, sometimes 2 jobs, sometimes 2.5 jobs, just to make ends meet. For the most part, I've worked in the IT industry, and for those of you who are familiar with that industry, it is very broad. However, I have been blessed enough to touch almost every discipline in that field. Now, just over 34 years ago, I ran into the works of a very wealthy gentleman by the name of Mr. Warren Buffett. And he said, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you're going to work until you die. That statement has resonated with me all this while. Every time I go to sleep, I'm asking myself, am I making money? Am I not making money? Trying to make money in my sleep. I also, in that process of figuring out how to do that, I ran into the works of Mr. Robert Kiyosaki. Kiyosaki is famous for his book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. He's one that impressed upon me that even though we have rich people in this world, we also have another set of people called wealthy, the wealthy people. The difference is simple. The rich, yes, they do make a lot of money, but they must go to work to get paid. The wealthy, on the other hand, make money passively. So we call it passive residual income. And this is the kind of income that got my interest. And so just close to 4 years ago, March 17th, 2017, to be exact, I decided to tender my resignation from my corporate America job. I recall a colleague of mine looking at me and saying, Charles, you are very lucky. You must have saved up a lot of money to be retiring this early. And I looked up at him and I said, on the contrary, I have been working for so many years and I just seem to be able, I just can't save the kind of money that I would love to save. So I decided to do things another way. I decided to take a radical decision, okay? I remember Robert Einstein saying, keep doing the same things over and over and expecting different results. That is his definition of insanity. I resonated with that and I decided not to be insane. So I stopped working and I got myself an office in Maryland. About a year and 10 months ago, a very trusted friend of mine walked into my office and said to me, Charles, I have an opportunity that I want to share with you. And just so you know, prior to retiring from corporate America, I had been studying rigorously the behavioral patterns of successful people. And one of them is simple. You bring an opportunity to them, they take a look at it. They x-ray that opportunity, they look at it inside out so that they make an informed decision. And that's how come they rarely miss on very, very good opportunities. So I decided to develop that kind of an attitude. My friend came to me and I said to him, yes, friend, I am going to take a look at this, but I need you to settle me with 3 questions. 3, that's it. Save my time or your time, right? Time is valuable, time is money. Question number 1, this opportunity that you're about to present to me, will I be able to make money if I cannot recruit? If I cannot sign or sell to even one person, am I going to make money? And when I say money, I mean real money. Enough money to give me financial freedom, financial independence. And I know if I were to ask each and every one of you today, what is your definition of financial freedom? You're going to give me a different answer. To me, it simply means I'm making enough money to do what I want, when I want, where I want, and how I want. Okay? So I asked my friend, this opportunity that you're bringing to me, will I be able to make that kind of money if I cannot recruit? Because I am an African and it is not in our culture to recruit. I just don't know how to recruit. My friend looked up at me and said, yes, you will, Charles. You will make plenty of money. And I was happy. And I said, let's go to question number 2. Do I have to come out of pocket every month in, month out, to pay some bill? In the industry, they call it autoship, right? Monthly autoship. Do I need to pay a monthly autoship? He said to me, Charles, when you pay once upon this company launching, that's it. You're done. I like that. Okay. And I said, well, let's go to the last question. Of course, not the least, but the last, right? But before I do that, I just want to share with you how I came about that third and very important question. Towards the end of 2016, I knew for a fact that I was going to stop working for corporate America. I coined those 2 questions that I just mentioned. They worked very well, at least for some time. I landed on some very good opportunities, making so much money, I thought I had arrived. I thought life was good. But not for long. About a year and a half later, 2 years max, most of these opportunities went belly up. They all took a nosedive. So I was left wondering, what do I do now? I was forced to do something else that successful people do so well. They fail forward. Failing forward simply means if you fall down once, you get up once. If you fall down 10 times, you get up 10 times. You dust yourself. Look at what went wrong. Why did you fall? And then you move forward with experience so that you do not repeat the same mistakes. I had to do that. And upon examining all these companies that I was involved with, excuse me, I realized one thing. Each and every one of these companies did not have a legitimate viable product. By legitimate, I mean legal. By viable, I mean necessary. And folks, that's for sustainability. A company doesn't have that, you can forget it. It is just a matter of time. It is a time bomb. I know a bunch of my folks here are from Nigeria, and you may have heard of a company called MMM. Came a few years back. A few people made money. Lots of people lost tons of money. Some even committed suicide due to frustration. Guys, if you go back and look at MMM, they did not have a legitimate, viable product. And there are many companies like that. They're not the only one. They pop up every day. And I've been a victim of a few of those. Okay? So that became my third question. And I looked up at my friend and I asked him, this company that you're about to introduce to me, do they have a legitimate, viable product? And he said to me, Charles, you have an IT background. You should understand these products better than me. So I went, took a look, came back to him, and I said, my friend, should this company succeed in what they're trying to do, we are going to have a shakeup of the internet. The internet is going to turn upside down. Okay? But by the time he came to me, this company had been in pre-launch for 6 to 8 months. Okay? And so I told him we have one small problem. We are going to have to wait. We're going to have to fasten our seatbelt and enjoy the roller coaster. Okay, we may wait 3 years, maybe 4, maybe even more, I told him. Okay? But I also told him, I don't care how long we have to wait. I want to be part of this opportunity right now. And I asked him, how much is it going to cost me to be part of it? I was expecting something big. I was expecting something like $10,000 or even more. And I had my credit card with me. In the United States, we don't need cash. All we need is credit, my friends. And I had a few of those. But my friend looked up at me and said to me, Charles, all you need is $97, $97 to become a founder of this company. And I did not believe him. I said to him, you must be kidding. And he said, Charles, no, I'm serious, that's serious. And I said, well, okay, here's my credit card. Get me in. By the time we were done, I had paid $102. So there is a $5 fee for credit card, debit card processing, no problem. I told him, consider that dinner for 2. But I need you to do me a favor. Call me, text me, email me, do whatever it takes to get me involved, to let me know when this company is about to launch so that I can be more involved. I can participate more. And he said, deal. 8 months later, he gave me a call. Charles, the CEO of this company is going to be talking to all of us in a week's time. Can you make yourself available? And I said, sure. 1 week later, I hopped on the call, and there was Mr. Ash Mofara. Mr. Ash Mofara is the CEO of this company I'm talking to you about. Mr. Ash Mofara, for those of us who have been founders for some time, interacting with him for some time, we've come to know and love him dearly. Not only because he's going to help us make money, and I can assure you, he will help us make a lot of money, but also, and more importantly, because of his heart for humanity, his heart for mankind. We have a few geniuses out there. They've got the brains, right? We have Mark Zuckerberg, we have Jeff Bezos, we have Bill Gates. These are all people we know. They've got the brains. But do they have the heart? When you come to ONPASSIVE, you're going to realize that Mr. Mofara, not only does he have the brains, but he's also got the heart. And that's why a bunch of us leaders, myself particularly, resonate with him so well. But mind you guys, I was listening to Mr. Mofara for the very first time. And he came on and he said, folks, we have been making a lot of progress. In fact, we are closer to launch. So in my head, I am thinking, this guy's got to be joking. It's just 8 months ago, I told my friend, we're going to have to wait for some time. And I know how how tough it is, especially when you're dealing with artificial intelligence. Now he's saying we are closer to launch. Well, the least he did was, got my attention. He got my attention, and I was listening keenly. And he went on, excuse me, and he said, we have leased a building in Bangalore in India. For those of you who are familiar with that area of the world, that part of the world, Bangalore is like the Silicon Valley, okay? Today, we have another building, our own building in Hyderabad. If you look behind me, the image behind me, that's our building, okay? We just got that building. But at that time, we were leasing in Bangalore, 2 floors in this building, okay? High-rise building, 2 floors. We have hired 200 engineers, strong engineers. And these guys are working day and night to make sure our dream is realized. So I said to myself, okay, most startup companies are going to have 20 to 25 engineers. Most startup companies are going to have these engineers work 8, maybe 9, maybe 10 hours a day. Mr. Mofara goes to the source. And when I say the source, for those of you who are in IT, you agree with me that Indians are the best in the game. And by the way, labor is so much cheaper in India than it is in the United States. That's why all the big guys are there. Apple, Amazon, they're all there. Okay? So he goes to the source. He did not get 20 or 25 engineers. No, he got 200 of them. The best of the best, the cream of the crop. And these guys are not working 8, not 9, not 10 hours a day. These guys are working 24/7. These guys are working around the clock. These guys are taking turns to make sure our dream is realized. So now in my head, I'm beginning to think, okay, with this kind of a resource, yes, you can cut time frames. With this kind of a resource, yes, you can be able to do in 2 years what is supposed to take 5 years. So my belief factor goes up, and I'm listening even more keenly. And he said, well, we have a problem. The problem is some insiders, some founders like you and I have been unethical. They've been trying to steal our technologies. So we are going to come up with an NDA, a non-disclosure agreement, okay? When you see that NDA, make sure you sign them up, because it's the only way you can benefit from this company. 2 months later, he called up another meeting. The NDAs are out. So I went back, looked at it, very long document, and I can assure you guys, I am not an attorney by any stretch of the imagination, but by the time I was done reading through that document, it occurred to me that this is that time I wanted my friend to get to me so I can get more involved. It occurred to me that this is a very, very serious business. Went back, I looked at the time, money, energy spent from the time I joined until then, and I said to myself, this is no longer a joke. I am going to make sure I get my people involved. I looked up, there were over 40,000 founding members at the time. And when I looked at the names, I did not see a lot of Africans. And folks, if you're here and you're not from Africa, don't feel bad. I just wanted our people, for once in a lifetime, enjoy something that everybody else normally enjoys, okay? So I became a man on a mission. And like I said, if you're not from Africa, I'm going to work with you like I work with everybody else. But I just want our people to be part of this. I became, like the announcer said earlier today, a man on a mission. Okay, I decided to contact a few other leaders, call them up to my office, and I said, hey guys, we need to spread this message out to our people massively. And so the best way we decided upon, of course, at the time, Zoom, right? Thanks to technology, with Zoom, all you need is a smart device. It can be a smartphone, an iPad, a laptop, and then you need internet access, data, as you guys call it back in Africa, and you are on. So what is this company I'm talking to you about? The name is ONPASSIVE. ONPASSIVE as in Victor, E as in Edward. And that name was not given by chance, because we have in front of us a very passive opportunity. That means you can come in, put your little money, and let the money work for you. And you get residual income day in, day out. Okay. Our founder and CEO, Mr. Mofara, graduated with a master's in internet marketing and information technology. Indeed, he has a knack for artificial intelligence, AI, that disruptive technology I just mentioned to you guys. Okay. Mr. Mofara is a guru when it comes to traffic generation. Okay. What is traffic generation? What is traffic, guys? Traffic is the reason I can dream today. Traffic is the reason I can invite you all to dream with me today. So let's spend a couple minutes talking about traffic. Okay, so what is traffic? It's the most important element in any business. It doesn't matter whether this business is offline or online. Okay, so most of us have an age. We are more used to offline businesses. So let's start with offline businesses. Let's say you have an offline business, and that business could be anything. Okay, you have the same business just like me. It could be a car dealership. It could be a barber shop, a hair salon. It doesn't matter. But let's just say it's a restaurant. You own a restaurant and I own the same restaurant. Exact same kind of food, same chef. The food tastes identical. The only difference is what? Location. Your restaurant is located in a busy shopping mall. My restaurant is located in a back alley. It is hidden. Okay? Well, your restaurant is going to do better than mine, right? And here's why. People are going to come to that shopping mall to do their hair, their nail, to buy some clothes, window shopping, whatever it is that brings them to that shopping mall. They will eventually get hungry. They're going to look up, see a restaurant, walk into your restaurant, and the end result of that is what? Sales. My restaurant, on the other hand, people need to leave their homes deliberately to go there. People need to know that it is there. Because of that, it suffers. Suffers from what? Traffic. So what is traffic? People, customers, coming in and out of your business. That's it. Okay? So what about online traffic? But before we go there, let me just say this. If you have that offline business like the restaurant in this digital day and age, you better get yourself an online presence. Simple example. My wife and I are out somewhere vacationing and we got hungry. And we're just like, okay, what can we find to eat around here? Online, go to Google. Before you know it, we found a restaurant, found a menu, found the address, and we are there. I bet you we're not the only ones there that came through our online research. Digital, guys. You have to have that digital presence. Now, the reverse is not true. You can have a very successful online business without an offline presence. A typical example, Amazon, doing very well. The company, the world's richest company, right? They don't need an offline presence. So what am I saying in essence? Yes, we have millions upon millions of businesses offline. But as many of those businesses that we have offline, there's even more online. And these online businesses thrive on traffic too. They need traffic to survive. What is online traffic? Simple, clicks. So if you have a business online, and you can call that charlesoson.com, doesn't matter what it is that you sell. The first thing that needs to happen, people need to go there and click. No clicks, no sales. The more the clicks, the more the sales. So we have people, individual businesses online, all they do is drive traffic to other businesses so they can make sales. And they make tons of money, lots of money. Now, there's also something called targeted traffic. That's even better. What is targeted traffic? You go online searching for a TV, for example, and somebody sends you to a store online that sells TV. Your chances of purchasing, of buying are very, very high, right? So that store just got a targeted traffic. Our CEO and founder, Mr. Mofara, is the best in targeted traffic. He proved himself. When he graduated, he got into some businesses, drove traffic to these businesses. He made millions doing that, that's for sure. These companies made tons of money. Unfortunately, most of them went out of business. Why? I told you guys earlier, no legitimate viable product is just a time bomb. That's it. So Mr. Mofara and his family, they're going to get sick and tired of doing this kind of business, of sending people elsewhere, and these companies end up out of business, leaving these people stranded, leaving them in the middle. So they're going to say, you know what? We are going to start our own business. We're going to drive traffic we're going to drive traffic to different companies. And of course, over time, they're going to realize, you know what? We have AI. We can make it even better, even bigger. We're going to get founding members. We're going to drive traffic to these founding members, you and I. They are going to make money. We make money. Everybody is happy. Folks, that is the birth of ONPASSIVE. So just over 3 years ago, Mr. Mofara and his close friends are going to sit down and say, hey, we are starting our own business. We're going to get legitimate, viable products, digital products. What kind of products we want to provide? So they're going to sit down and say, you know what? And I said 3 years ago, guys, keep that in mind. There was no pandemic. There was no COVID-19. But they're going to sit down and say, well, we have about 7.7 billion people on Earth. And at any point in time, 7 million of those 7.7 billion people are online every minute of the day. That's what the statistics say. Now, you can imagine today with COVID-19, how many people are online? Way more than that, right? You can multiply that number by 10, maybe more. But 7 million is still a lot. What are these people looking for? What kind of services do they need? Okay? Some of these people are online doing online banking, like myself. I do online banking every day, sometimes twice a day. And I know a bunch of you do the same thing. And when we do those things, there are people that monetize on our services. So these guys are going to say, you know what? With AI, we can do better. We can do that too, and even better. Some people online are doing what? They're on their favorite social media, sending text back and forth like Facebook. I love Facebook. But when we are on Facebook, what do? We send texts, photos to friends, colleagues, family members, classmates. Guess what that's called? It is called community. So these guys are going to say, you know what? We can do that too. With AI, we can do it even better. We can build our own community. And guess what? Our community is growing by the second. As I speak to you, it is more than 421,000 strong and growing by the second. Okay? Now, some people online are doing e-commerce, right? Drop shipping, email marketing, bulk emailing. You guys, do you know there are people online that make 6- and 7-figure incomes annually just doing email marketing? I know. I thought about it once upon a time. Well, these guys are going to say, you know what, with AI, we can do it even better. Our own bulk emailing, our own email marketing, even better. Some of us online are video conferencing, just like you and I, right? If you can see me or hear me, or both, it means you went to some application online called Zoom, you put in an ID, and there you are. Do you guys know that there are somebody or some people, some founders, some owners monetizing on our services right now as we use Zoom? Well, Zoom is not the only one. We have Skype, we have AnyMeeting, we have Cisco WebEx, Google Hangouts, Microsoft Teams. We have a plethora of them, all of them making serious money. But Zoom is still the most popular. Why? It is the most user-friendly, but not for long, guys. I can tell you this. Wait until ONPASSIVE unleashes its webinar platform. ONPASSIVE unleashed that beast. Zoom is going to be a thing of the past. Some of us, those of us who are founders, we've been able to look at it, see some demo of it. The pictures are sharper, 3D. It is more secure, end-to-end encrypted. It is faster, scalable, and above all, guess what? Cheaper. And ONPASSIVE is going to help us monetize. Let's talk about another service, Virtual Private Network, VPN for short. What is a VPN? It is just a fancy name for a tunnel. It's an online tunnel. Of course, it is virtual because it's intangible, right? But it cuts through a major network such as the internet, and employers use it for privacy. Their employees can access corporate data without fear of hackers, without fear of loss of data. Okay? Now, ever since the advent of COVID-19, more and more companies asking employees to work from home. So when you hear someone say, I'm telecommuting, it means they're working from home. And in order to work from home, they need VPN. Therefore, some company is monetizing on their services. Just about 3 months ago, Twitter, the big IT giant that we all know, came out and made an announcement. Even after COVID-19, all our employees are going to have to work from home permanently. Yes, they went further and said, we're going to allocate $1,000 per employee to make them comfortable working from home. Why would they want to do that? They save on overhead. Guys, I can assure you, there are people who will take a pay cut just to work from home. It's a win-win for everybody. Now, 5 days later, Facebook came out, made the same announcement. And after that, a bunch of them have followed suit. All I'm saying is the world is going virtual, whether we like it or not. ONPASSIVE is going to help us monetize. These guys are going to sit and say, you know what? We have AI at the back of our hands. We're going to have our own VPN. Very, very smart, AI-driven, more scalable, more secure, and above all, guess what? Cheaper. By the time ONPASSIVE hits the road, hits the public, the big players in this VPN space, like Cisco Networks, they are going to know there's a new kid on the block. I can assure you that. Now let's talk about SEO, search engine optimization. That's another virtual service. What is that? Right? We know of search engines. We know of Yahoo. We know of Bing. We know of Safari. For those of you who are, Apple enthusiasts, we know of Safari. Okay? We know of Google. Google is so popular these days. It's like a verb these days. Well, you can go to Google 10 times, 20 times, 100 times a day to search for something. It is free. You can go to Google to get a Gmail account, 10 Gmail accounts, 100 Gmail accounts, free of charge. You can even get a voice over IP phone number, free of charge. So it sounds like everything is free with Google, right? Yet, Google is a multi-billion-dollar company. So here is the multi-billion-dollar question. How do they make money? Most of us don't know, and frankly, most of us don't care because it's none of our business. But I'm going to share with you how they make money today, only because ONPASSIVE is going to help us make money the same way that Google does. So if you go to Google today to search for something, and that something could be a phone, it could be a watch, it could be anything. But let's say a camera. Now, I just use camera because I do advertise my cameras through Google with my online store, right? So if you go to google.com and you search for camera, a bunch of them are going to pop up, okay? One of them is going to be from my store. Might be 20 of them or 25 that pop up. One of them is from my store. When you click on that camera from my store, Google charges me at the end of the month. At the end of the month, they're going to tally up all the clicks that go towards my store, and they're going to just bill my credit card that they have on file. They call it pay-per-click. You don't have to buy it, right? You just have to see it, look at it. So what is the contract? Google says, if you advertise something through us, and a customer comes looking for that item, excuse me, we are going to optimize our search, bring that item to the top so that they can see it, just eyeballs. They don't have to buy it. If your item is not good enough for them to buy, it's none of our business. If your item is too pricey for them to buy, it's none of our business. Our job is to make them see it. Okay? So at the end of the day, they bring it up and they just charge you for everything. How do they prove that someone saw it? By the clicks. As long as you click, you have seen it, right? So they call it pay-per-click. Guys, I am a small business guy, very, very insignificant online. But I can tell you this, I pay Google averagely $400 every month. I also pay Microsoft averagely $600 every month. Why am I paying Microsoft? Well, Bill Gates, the visionary that he is, realized that SEO, search engine optimization, is going to be big, did not have time to start his own company, bought over an existing company called Bing. He revamped it, and people like us, individual business people, small business people, big business people, were paying him. Okay? I pay Zoom for this service that we are on, $200 every month. I pay GoDaddy for domain name service. I have a bunch of them. So those are just some of the things that I pay online, right? As a business person, as a small business person. Now you can imagine the big players online. You can imagine the Craigslist. You can imagine the eBays. You can imagine the Walmarts, the Home Depots. You can imagine what these guys are paying Google, Yahoo, Microsoft. That's how come they're a multi-billion-dollar company. Okay, and ONPASSIVE is gonna sit. These guys are gonna say, you know what? We have AI from scratch. We can have our own SEO. Super, super smart. AI driven from the beginning. It is faster, clearer. By the time you type the first character, it is gonna know where you're headed. Guys, when ONPASSIVE launches, the big players in this space, the Googles of this space, they are going to know there's a new sheriff in town. You can count on that. Okay? Now, what am I doing? What is ONPASSIVE doing? What am I doing? I'm giving you some of the services, a few of them, the ones that we can relate to, legitimate, viable services that ONPASSIVE is putting in its arsenal. Okay? ONPASSIVE is saying, hey, if you're a business person, a digital business person, small, big, it doesn't matter how small, how big, if you need it, if you think about it, we got it under one umbrella. Okay? So in IT, we'll call it single sign-on. And the big word is what? Integrated. These things are going to be integrated. Nobody has ever done it. Anybody who's in IT thinks about it, that it's being done and it's being successful. It is huge. To some, it's almost impossible, but we got it. ONPASSIVE is there. Okay? Now, a bunch of you here are founders already. Some of you are soon to be founders. Maybe today, maybe tomorrow, maybe next week. And when you become a founder, you will get excited. I guarantee you, you will get excited, unless you remain passive. The only people that don't get excited, they come in, pay $97, and then disappear. When you get involved, you will get excited. And when you get excited, you will tell your friends, you will tell your family members, I just found this company. The excitement is not, you cannot hold it. Okay? And they're going to look at you. They're going to, some of them, most of them are going to laugh at you. And some of them will say to you, by the way, do they even have a product, this company? I have heard about that. I have seen that. So I know. But here's what you're going to tell them. We have a total internet solution, a total IT solution, a total digital solution. Same thing. I just used 3 different phrases. Okay, all of them 3-worded. Same thing. Just choose whichever one you're comfortable with. Total internet solution, total IT solution, total digital solution. Whichever one you feel like saying, that's what it is. ONPASSIVE itself has coined its own 3-worded phrase for it. Smart Business Solution, SBS. So at the end of this presentation, I'm going to give you a 15-20 second tour of our ONPASSIVE website so you can see our ecosystem, the proprietary system. Okay. Now, 3 things I told you guys earlier in the beginning. And I don't know of any company on earth that has all 3 in one place. You don't have to recruit to make money. That is as a result of traffic, guys. You don't have to come out of pocket every month to stay in business. And above all, legitimate, viable products. Let's put one word behind it. Digital, legitimate, viable product. There is no company on earth that has it, has what ONPASSIVE has. So you have all 3 of those things in place. What is it going to cost you today to become a founder, a founding member of this company? And I told you guys earlier, when my friend came to me, it costed me $97. Fortunately, today, we are early January, it is still going to cost you $97. And I can assure you that price will not last forever. The window is fast shutting. As a matter of fact, we are approaching our soft launch. Soft launch means we're going to be testing some and all of our products that we have. But before that happens, well, guess what? That price will go up. And that is going to be happening in days or weeks, maximum weeks. We will be testing our products. Price will go up from $97 to $149. Guys, save yourself a few bucks. Save yourself some money. I know $52 is not a lot, but it could feed a family for a week or 2. Okay? So save yourself some money. If you are a guest here, you're not yet a founder, get back to whoever invited you so they can show you how to become a founder for a $97 fee. If you're familiar with Mr. Richard Branson, CEO, founder of Virgin Atlantic Airline, he said, if someone offers you an amazing opportunity, but you don't understand it, jump on it, then learn about it later. This is an amazing opportunity that a friend has invited you to, a family member has invited you to. Jump on it. Now, you pay your $97. What happens next? Financially, nothing happens next. You wait until the company goes public. You wait until launch. And guess what, guys? If you are new here and you're a guest, please sit up, take a sip of water, because this is the most important part of this presentation. When ONPASSIVE launches, there will be no more founding members. You can have $10,000, $100,000. You will not be allowed to become a founder. That door is shut. The AI traffic I mentioned to you guys earlier is going to be going around bringing in customers and or resellers. That's it. Okay? And these customers, when they come in, what are they going to be buying? We have an arsenal of close to 50 products. Those products I mentioned to you, I mentioned a few of them to you: VPN, SEO, email marketing, online banking, and there are more. Trim URL, website builder, IP tracker, okay? A bunch of them, up to 50 of them. And ONPASSIVE has put them in one bundle. Remember I told you guys, under one umbrella, one bundle, integrated, and there's a small fee for it, monthly fee. How much is it gonna cost? Between $100 and $250. Between $100 on the low end, $250 on the high end. Exact amount not known yet for strategic reasons. Okay, but if I were you, I'm gonna put in my head $250. That way, if it is $200, well, I just saved myself 50 bucks, right? Okay, so you put aside $250. Upon launch, you're gonna come out with that money when ONPASSIVE launches. Our customers are gonna come in and purchase that bundle. Well, we the founders, we are gonna be the company's first customers. We are gonna be a product of the product. So upon launch, we are also gonna pay for that bundle. And we are gonna have access to those services, those products upon launch. Okay? Now, I want to remind you guys, it's a monthly subscription. We are here because of monthly residual income. That's what attracts us. But you cannot have monthly residual income without monthly subscription. So it is a monthly subscription. Our customers are going to pay every month. just like I pay Zoom every month, just like I pay Microsoft every month, just like I pay Google every month. Our customers are going to pay every month. But here's the good news for us, for you and I. Because we are founders, ONPASSIVE is going to pick up our tabs. We are going to pay one time coming in. Subsequently, ONPASSIVE will pay for us from our profits. And the balance we can take home. Okay, so let's say ONPASSIVE launches today. And we have to pay $250. Yes, you're going to pay that. Same day, you're going to start having customers brought in by AI traffic, customers and or resellers. And you're going to start seeing commission. At the end of 30 days, ONPASSIVE is going to take $250 from your commission. So I assume you make $500 the first month. $250 is going to go towards your monthly subscription. The remaining $250 you can take home. I hope that's clear. Now, I told you guys earlier, you don't have to recruit to make money. You don't have to sell to a single person to make money with ONPASSIVE. Yet, those of you who are guests, a friend invited you here, a family member invited you here. So you might be wondering, what's in it for that friend? What's in it for that family member? Well, let me just give you a scenario so you can see what's in it. We are all founders. So let's say there's a founder A and a founder B. Founder A finds out about the opportunity and decides to tell all his family and friends. Founder B says, Mr. Charles told me it's a passive opportunity. I am going to go on vacation. No problem. So founder A tells 50 of his family and friends. 10 of them decide to join him. The other 40, as usual, they say, no, it's one of those things. I'm not interested. Okay. Well, we say monkey see, monkey do. The 10 that follow founder A do the same thing. 10 talk to 15, 15 talk to 20, 20 to 25, and so on. Before you know it, founder A has a team of founders. He has 100 other founders in his team. Prior to launch, founder B has zero, nobody. He went on vacation. Well, when ONPASSIVE launches, that AI traffic is going to go to work, building our teams. ONPASSIVE has vouched, has pledged to build all its founders' teams. So AI traffic goes to work, bringing in customers and positioning these customers under the founders. Founder A, founder B, founder C, founder D, founder E, going back and forth. Now, let's take some numbers. Let's put some numbers into the picture. 30 days later, founder B, who went on vacation, gets, let's say, 100 customers. Founder A also gets 100 customers. As you're going to see, every founder in ONPASSIVE is equal. No founder is more equal than the other, right? So founder A gets 100 customers also. But remember, founder A in his team has 100 other founders who also deserve 100 customers. Okay, so 100 times 100 is what? 10,000 plus his own 100 customers. Founder A is going to monetize on 10,100 customers. Founder B, on the other hand, is going to monetize on 100 customers. Now, I can assure you, when somebody makes commission on 10,100 customers, it's going to be a heck of a lot more than somebody that gets commission on 100 customers. That's what's in it. So in essence, what is ONPASSIVE saying? Yes, we're going to build each and every one of you, we're going to build your teams. But if you want to have a head start, if you want to go ahead and start building your team, even before we launch, be our guest. Go ahead, do it. You will be glad you did. Because we're going to reward you, and we're going to reward you abundantly. It's simple, fair game. Okay? Now, I told you guys upon launch, we're going to have to pay one more time between 100 and 250. ONPASSIVE has also guaranteed this money lifetime. What does that mean? Upon launch, we're going to come out, we have 7 days to select the product, the bundle. You have 7 days to make a payment. Within those 7 days, you're going to see activity. You're going to see AI traffic going to work. You're going to see customers coming underneath you and giving you some commission. Well, you have 7 days to decide. Is this for me? Is this not for me? If you decide it's not for you, not a problem. If you decide to commit, here's what ONPASSIVE is saying. You commit, you give us 90 days. Of course, we're going to be paying you. If at the end of 90 days, 3 months, you don't like the kind of money we'll pay you, you don't like what you see, just say, I want my money back. I want a refund. No questions asked, and your money will be refunded. Now, ONPASSIVE can say that because they are confident, super confident of what they have to offer. Okay? No company does that. We are blessed to be in a company that does that. I told you guys I was going to take you to onpassive.com to show you that proprietary ecosystem. I'm going to take a few seconds and do that now. And this is public information, guys. You just need to go to onpassive.com at your own time. You scroll down to the middle of the page, about the middle, and you will see it, ONPASSIVE, our proprietary products, okay? Digital marketing, I spent some time on it, right? The traffic I just told you, it's digital marketing. Video conferencing, I spent time on it. VPN, I spent some time on it. Website builder, guys, these are all AI-driven hands-free tools. All you need is a click of a button and things start rolling. ONPASSIVE Connect Me, it's a suite of about 6 products. It has our webinar platform that I mentioned to you guys. It has our SMS, MMS. If you're used to WhatsApp, Telegram, that's what this is all about. Email marketing, I spent time talking about it, okay? So we have all these things, IP tracker. This in itself can be $1 billion business, okay? Now, domain registration, I talk about GoDaddy, right? I'm paying so much money when ONPASSIVE launches, goodbye GoDaddy. Staff manager, HRM, okay? We have companies out there like PeopleSoft Corporation, we have Oracle Corporation. When ONPASSIVE launches, these guys are gonna know there's a new sheriff in town, I can tell you that. That's public information. You can go there at your own time and look at it. Now I'm gonna say something real quick, and then we're gonna take questions, okay? There is risk in every business, and ONPASSIVE is no different. What is our risk? $97, thanks to Mr. Ashmo Farah, who has made it affordable, okay? And he has even made it less of a risk. Why? 30 days, you pay your $97 to become a founder. You don't like what you see, what you hear, because you're gonna get a lot of information, proprietary information. You don't like it? Hey, get your money back. Within days, you get it. Okay, that's officially. Unofficially, he has said after 30 days, even if it's 60 days, 1 year, you want your money back, I will still give it to you because he knows what we got. Okay, well, there are still people that may think or may feel $97 is too much. They don't want to part with $97. I know Mr. Robert Kiyosaki also said, I don't know of any millionaire that has not lost money, but I do know of a lot of poor people that have never lost a dime. Well, that's obvious, right? Poor people don't take chances, right? So if you're somebody that just doesn't want to take the chance for whatever reason, no problem. You can still make money with ONPASSIVE. And let me tell you how. You wait until ONPASSIVE launches. You can wait 6 months after launch, 1 year, 2 years after launch. Wait until it becomes a household name. You can now become a reseller. You don't have to pay $97 to become a reseller. You can still make money, serious money. But you're not going to make the kind of money that founders make. All these companies that you see out there, the Google, the Facebook, Amazon, you can still make money with them, even though they are now household names. All you got to do, go buy some shares, wait 2-3 years, sell those shares. Hey, you might double your money. You might triple your money, or you might even quadruple your money. But I can tell you one thing, you're not going to become a millionaire, let alone a billionaire. The millionaires and the billionaires are made when you jump in at the embryonic stage. The millionaires and the billionaires are made when you come in when it's still an ideology. Sounds good, looks good. You take that leap of faith and you jump in. By the time the public knows about it, you are in money. You wait until the public knows about it. Too little, too late. That's all I can say. I believe I've given you enough information to make informed decisions, right? So if you think you are anxious enough, you are excited to be part of this company, Get back to whoever invited you. The webinar is officially ended. Let them show you how to become one of us. If you have some questions, you need some clarifications, or you just want to listen to other people ask questions, you can hang around. We have a few people, we have a couple of people here from the Leadership Council. I see Sean is here, I see Marina is here. Marina is my partner from South Africa. She represents us in Africa, okay, at the ONPASSIVE corporate, at the leadership level. She's here whenever she has time. Today, fortunately for us, she's here because she has some time, and she's gonna be helping take some questions, okay, with me. I have to be out at a certain point in time. So if you don't see me again, you know I had to leave because I am very busy, but I had to come and talk to you guys. But Marina is here. She'll take questions with me and she will continue when I'm gone. Marina, do you have a word or two for our guests?
Thank you, Charles. Can everybody hear me and everybody see me?
Yes, I can hear you and I can see you, both.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Valerie, for the great job that you're doing. And thank you, Charles. Always do a fantastic job. I just absolutely love working with you because you understand IT better than I do, that's for sure. You know, I remember reading somewhere that in order to, every successful business person or every successful person has failed at least 12 times in their life. So, you know, it's all about failing forward. And with ONPASSIVE, your success is guaranteed. There is no other company that has ever guaranteed your success, but ONPASSIVE has put their stamp of success on you because Ash Mafara understood and saw that there was a gap in the market and gave it to us, wanted to share the wealth with us, his knowledge, his experience and everything, put it all together under one umbrella. And as he moved forward, realized it's bigger and bigger and bigger because of the IT gurus that he has working with him. They have, you know, come up with new ideas the whole time and realized that this is no longer just a digital platform. This is a global IT company driven by the latest artificial intelligence technology. Just a few months ago, we were valued at $3 billion US dollars, and currently we're on $5 billion US dollars. This is in pre-launch. We are about to go into soft launch anytime now. And you know, you don't realize the gift that you have by paying a one-time payment of just $97 right now. You'll still have an opportunity to come in as a founder during our soft launch, but the price will go up to $149. And as Charles said, once that is over, once the soft launch is over, there's going to be no more pending founder positions. So, you know, I really encourage you to get in. It's not just about the company and the money you're going to make, but you'll realize that you're joining a family. We have surpassed 421,000 founding members as of now, and we are growing by about 3,500 founders a day. So, you know, you sign up now and literally every half a minute or more, someone else is signing up after you. So get in as soon as you can. And it's really such low risk with extremely high reward. So I'm here to help Charles answer questions. And I just thank you. So, and from me, South Africa, I'm on the Leadership Council here to help and serve you, to make sure that you have a fantastic journey with ONPASSIVE. And yeah, I'm in South Africa. I live in Johannesburg in a suburb called Lone Hill. And yeah, very, very excited to be here. And I just want to say happy 2021 to all of you. And what a journey it's been and what a journey it's going to be. So get on this bus and drive along with us. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Marina. I think Charles has left already for the time being. Ladies and gentlemen, Happy New Year to you again. We're going to be taking questions right now. Remember, questions are only supposed to come from the guests on this webinar who are not founders yet, because we do have several meetings already for founders. Yesterday, we had one that's just a question and answer session that took us 2 hours. guys. That's where we discuss our problems, our difficulties, whatever. I mean, we just we communicate, you know. So here today, we're just gonna be taking questions from our guests, guys. So go ahead and you can raise your hand physically like I'm doing right now, or you can just raise your hand on the participant board, or just type out your question if you're unable to do the first two, and we'll be able to take your questions. Okay, I see Ada is here already. Go ahead, Ada.
Okay, hi everybody.
How you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. Happy New Year, everyone.
I'm doing all right.
London.
London. It's your first time, correct?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
I have a questions, not only one anyway, but I'll be asking. But let me just ask this one first. My first question is, do you have like a physical contract that one needs to sign when they join, when they are like one of the co-founders?
Hi, Ada, welcome. Obviously you're still a guest, you have not signed yet? You're not
No.
registered? Okay. Once you register, you obviously the person that sent you to this webinar, ask them for their link to register. Once you register, you will get an email from Go Founders, because as a founding member, we are called Go Founders of ONPASSIVE. Check your email for the email from Go Founders, which will ask you to verify your email. You click on that link, it will take you through to payment. You make your payment. We suggest that you rather use credit card or debit card because the activation is immediate. You have got an option to pay with Bitcoin or Ethereum, but that can take up to 72 hours. So just bear that in mind. If you pay by card, there's a $5 admin fee, and but it's immediate and it's really worth it because you get access immediately. Once you've paid and you log in again, it will take you to the Go Founders back office, and you will have to sign an NDA, which is a non-disclosure agreement. And you just read through that, sign it, and it's electronic, so you can use your mouse, or if you're on a smartphone, you just use your finger, click the 2 check boxes, and you'll have access. That is your agreement to say that you are a founding member with ONPASSIVE.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Pleasure.
Another thing is, do you have to renew it? Because there's some information that I got here that is different from what my friend told me. But do you have to renew it yearly, or just after joining for this? If you're one of the Go founders, then when they launch it, because I heard him saying something about you will still have to pay like $100 or something. After that, will you renew it yearly, and how long is it going to last? Are you going to be like a member for the rest of your life?
Okay, good question. Once we launch your founding member position, so the $97 that you pay now is going to you're going to remain a founding member for a year. Okay, it's available for 1 year. At the end of that year, we have the option, which is a no-brainer. You would definitely renew, but it would just be a click of a button, an option where you say renew. And once again, you never ever come out of pocket. It will come out of your commissions. The price will probably be about $997 at that point, because at the moment we're getting a 90% discount, but it will come out of your commissions. And by then you're going to be earning a few $1,000s, you know, so it definitely won't affect your pocket, and you continue to remain a founder with ONPASSIVE. And yeah, so it's just, you're only paying twice ever with ONPASSIVE. You pay once now to become a founder, and once when we launch, which will probably, we're going into soft launch very soon. That's going to last probably 2-3 months while they test the systems, and we're also going to be in a position where you could possibly benefit from the marketing campaigns, where you'll get a bonus. So every person that comes in and the company signs up under you, you'll get $20. Just to, you know, Ash Mufara, our CEO, just wanted to say thank you for taking the leap of faith to become a founder, and he's rewarding us during this time. He didn't have to do that, so we'll get an opportunity to earn a bonus. Not everybody will, but if you start working and you start inviting other people and building a bit of a team, they're going to definitely help you grow that team even quicker. And so that's the option there. $20 for every direct person that signs up under you, either your own doing or from the soft launch. You're going to get that. And also from level 2 down to 15, you'll get $2 per person. So anyone you invite and they get people in, you'll also get. So every little bit counts. And our CEO also said there'll be a lot of founders that actually want to stay in soft launch because we'll be earning such good money. So I do encourage you to get registered and paid as soon as possible so that you can also start benefiting just from being in the community, in the back office and what have you. It's really exciting. So only twice you pay as a founder for now, and then when we launch a one-time payment, which will only be in a few months, you'll have time and you might even make that money up during soft launch. So it's literally only going to cost you now the $97 for most people.
Okay. Thank you so much, Marina. Thank you, Dada. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure your video is open while you're asking your question, Dada. Thank you so much. Again, I see, I think it's the same that
Ada. You want to find out if Ada is satisfied. Ada.
That's okay.
She can unmute herself.
I have a question here on the chat board for Dada, who's asking, how do you get the people to, how do you explain the business to the people? Dada, you do not explain, you bring them to the webinar. Then Marina or Charles, if you have an input for that, go ahead, please.
So, Ada, it is not something that's going to take you 1 day or 2 days or 1 week to start explaining, right? Some of us who are explaining is because we've been around for some time, right? So we've decided that instead of letting every new founder explain to their people, we are sacrificing so that we can explain to them on your behalf. So all you need to do is promote the webinars. We have webinar schedules. All you have to do is tell them, hey, I found out, I hop on this opportunity. It's amazing. It's great. Looks good. I don't quite understand it yet, but I do know that I will make some money. It will settle me. You might want to come to the webinar. And the webinar time is this, is that, is that. And that's it. If they can come, great. If they don't come, don't sweat it. This company has made it such that you can make money. As long as you're a founder, you are settled. You're going to win. That's it. You're going to be successful. Now, look at it as a favor, as something that you want to do to your loved ones. Okay? You want them to be successful just like you. That's all. So you want to help somebody, they don't want to help themselves. There's nothing you can do about it. You've done your part. That's all. So bring them to the webinars. We will talk to them. If they have questions, they can ask just like you. And then we're going to send them back to come and sign up with you. Okay? That's all we're doing.
Thank you, Mr. Charles. And Dada Emmanuel just added another question on it, asking if they're going to get a link to send to them. Yes. What we urge you to do here at ONPASSIVE Global is that you do not just give people links to sign. They need to know what they're signing in for. So you encourage them first to come to the meeting, like Mr. Charles said, and that link is going to be in your back office when you register as a member first. You need to register and then come to the Sunday webinar to learn about your back office and how to get the link and everything else. Now, if you're red, like we call some of the people here because you're really, really out there and you want to get so many people in the company as fast as possible, you can contact one of the leaders. Whoever invited you, contact them. They can contact us, and then we can find a way to make it work for you faster. Okay? Thank you so much. So, guys, Dada asked the question on the the voice. Dada actually asked the question on the chat board, guys. I don't want to confuse you. All right. Thank you so much. I don't see any other hands raised. Not on the participant board, nor I think I had my video off for a second. Sorry, guys. Anyone with any other questions, please? By raise of hand.
Yes.
Yes. Ada, again, please, can you open your video this time?
Sorry, I cannot. I'm in a dark. If I open it, you won't be able to see my face.
Okay, it's all right. Go ahead.
Yeah. Sorry, the environment is noisy now.
Ada, are you there? I think she muted herself. Ada, go ahead and unmute yourself, please.
Yeah, I'm trying to unmute. Okay. My other question is there like any other benefit for being a co-founder apart from, okay, that when other people signed under you, that you benefit from all those little dollars and whatnot, and how much again? And then you're a co-founder, that you'll be able to benefit. You get you're like a member, and you're joining with a lower amount of money as a co-founder before they launch it. Is there any other benefit for being a co-founder before they launch it?
Okay, you want me to take this, Marina?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, Ada. So let me tell you the benefits of being a founder, right? Number one, timing and positioning. So you come in early, you pay your $97, the company is going to build your team for you. And this, I'm going to take this opportunity and explain the difference between a multi-level marketing company and what ONPASSIVE is, right? So ONPASSIVE is an AI IT company, meaning artificial intelligence information technology company. That is what ONPASSIVE is. And once you're a company, technology company, you can decide to pay your employees or your founders or whoever your resellers the way you want to pay them. ONPASSIVE has decided to pay us in a matrix, which means the people that come after us, they're going to be positioned underneath us, and as they make their payments, so we make commission. Because you're coming early before the company launches, and this company intends to have hundreds of millions or even billions of customers in the very, very near future. So which means that as founders, we are going to be the top 1% of the company. And because we are top 1% of the company, we are naturally going to make more money. So financially, there's a big benefit. That's number one. Number two, we are going to help in making decisions with the company. So any main decisions the company wants to take, they're going to have a meeting with the founders. You have a say. You can make suggestions. You can give inputs, right? That is huge. Now, the other thing we're going to have as founders, perks. Okay, we're going to have reunions, meetings around the globe for founders only, so we can commune as founders. So we have those advantages. The first, number one, is that we're going to make more money than those people that come later. Number two, we're going to be able to help or have a say in decision making. Number three, we're going to enjoy all the other perks like communication or reunions and things like that are for founders only. So those are our advantages, okay? I hope your question has been answered. Ada, you can unmute yourself and see if that answers your question.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Ms. Ada.
Thank you so much.
Our pleasure here. This webinar, guys, let me repeat myself. The question and answer session is only for the guests that are not founders yet. That said, I am going to open the microphone right now for Emmanuel Kanu. Hey, Emmanuel.
And I just want to add, before you speak, I just want to add to what announcer just said, Senge. Yes, we are taking questions from founders only. However, if you're a new guest, because I know people that are reds, right? If I get a good friend of mine and I say, hey, there's this business opportunity about ONPASSIVE, and he's going to say, well, let me just sign up without knowing what it is. And then the following day or 2 days later, he hops in a webinar. So if you're that kind of a person, you're a founder, yet you are new, okay, this is your first webinar, feel free to ask your question, okay? Now go ahead, Mr. Emmanuel, unmute yourself. Oh, you just muted yourself. You should unmute yourself now.
Kanu, you need to unmute yourself, please, and turn on your video. Thank you, sir. Yeah.
Yes, I hope you can hear me now.
We can hear
Loud
you.
and clear.
You have a video?
Video, please. I'm not in the right dress. Please, okay. I want to know, this business, is it any type of business that you have that is online? For example, I'm into property and I have a website. Can that work for me if I register?
Yes.
Mr. Emmanuel, let me ask you this. Did you just join the webinar?
The first time, this is the first time ever.
I know, were you there from the beginning?
Yes.
Okay. All right, Marina, go ahead and answer.
Yes, Emmanuel, welcome, and I'm really glad you asked that question. On my YouTube channel, there is interviews by the Julie and Marlo show. And one of those videos is how can ONPASSIVE help real estate agents? Okay, so I would urge you to watch that. I will post my YouTube link in here. Please go through it. It's under a playlist of how can ONPASSIVE help. And there's various different businesses. How can ONPASSIVE help real estate? How can ONPASSIVE help charities and churches? How can ONPASSIVE help car dealerships and the music industry or attorneys, what have you? So there's about 7 different businesses that gives you a very good understanding of exactly how ONPASSIVE will help your business and especially your real estate business. So yes, it will definitely help.
Manuel, are you there?
What are the name of the channel?
I'll post it in the chat now.
Okay, so let me make something clear because sometimes questions can get other people confused. Mr. Emmanuel apparently maybe is a real estate agent or investor, and he's trying to figure out how ONPASSIVE can help him. If you're not a real estate agent or investor, or even if you don't have any business, don't worry. ONPASSIVE in itself is a business, and you are in it, you will be successful. So Mr. Emmanuel is just trying to get extra, right? And I always call it the elephant and the squirrel. The ONPASSIVE itself as a business is the elephant. Okay, that other extra business that you're trying to get there, that's the squirrel. So you have both. You can get the elephant and the squirrel, or you can just stick with your elephant and you should be fine. Just wanted to make that comment. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Hopefully, Mr. Emmanuel is satisfied with his answer. We're going to be moving up to Mr. Abdul Rahman. Abdul? Go ahead.
Yes, hello. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Mr. Abdul. How you doing? Good evening, Mr. Abdul. How you doing? I think he's frozen.
Yeah, it sounds like he's frozen. I have posted my YouTube channel. Please subscribe and then work your way through there. You can check the playlist. There's presentations, interviews, and how can ONPASSIVE help. Thanks.
Unmuted. Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Anyway, can I use this language? My upline have given me enough details, and I'm convinced about the business. And I listened to Mr. Charles Osong earlier before a call interrupted. So my question is, when will, anyway, I don't know if someone must have asked the same question because I just reconnected. When will this company kickstart officially? Because I am 100% convinced about the business.
All right, so let me answer that. So first and foremost, we don't have a date, an exact date, just so you know, but we do know that it's very close. Okay, and what's going to happen? We're going to have a soft launch first. Soft launch means they're going to be testing our products, right?
Okay.
Okay, so we're going to be testing. The company is operating, I don't want to get too technical, but with something called sprints. Okay, agile.
Okay.
You know. So every 3 weeks, so we're going to start off with about 12 products, and then every 3 weeks we're going to test them. And once we're done testing them, we the founders, okay, then we're going to sit back and decide. And by the way, during that time, the price will go up, number one. And when we're done testing, and that could be a week, 2 weeks before the relaunch, there will be no more founders. That is going to be closed even before launch, okay? And the testing period is going to be at least let's say 2 to 3 months. That's how long it's going to take us to test. But when are we going to start testing? We don't know, but it's soon. No fixed date, right? So in technology, sometimes it's hard to give a date. I've been in a project where we're launching satellites, and I was part of the IT team, and we pushed that launch like 15 times before it finally launched, because every time you think you're close to launch, you find one or two things that need to be adjusted.
Challenges. Okay.
But we know that we are very, very close based on what is happening. Okay.
It's all right. It's all right.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Abdul. Thank you, Mr. Charles. Ada, we do not have our own Wi-Fi yet. Maybe it's going to come one day. We're not sure yet. So we're going to be moving forward. Someone asked a question about using a credit card or a debit card. Yes, that's what we recommend that you use. If you listen to the presenter very well, he insisted that that's the method that we recommend that you use because it's better, faster, and you don't have to worry about, waiting for a few hours or days to make sure that you activate it like the other payment methods do require. We're gonna move on to Linux. I think I asked people to actually put their names on the, looks like they really don't want to. Go ahead, sir. You can open your microphone. You need to unmute yourself, sir.
Thank you, Sergey. It's not like I don't want to. I've changed it, but you have to reset your system before you can pick up the other name, right? Okay. Yeah, so I changed it in the middle of the stuff. So sorry for that.
All right.
So guys, I'm excited to be here. Actually, I've been on ONPASSIVE like a member already. I've been communicating with Mr. Charles and Marina. So thank you guys for the great opportunity. I just wanted somebody to help me. I want to take the, sorry?
Excuse me, sir. You say you're a founder already. You've been here several times, correct? Yeah, we do not take any questions from founders today, sir. We're sorry. We had the question and answer.
No, I said, Mr. Charles said, if you have in the first time, this is my first time of attending a Zoom meeting here, madam.
I thought you said you've been here several times.
Okay, Senge, let's just give him a chance to see what kind of question he's trying to ask. Go ahead, sir.
I did not ever, I'll say this is my first time that I've been communicating.
Oh, communicating.
And Marina, that's what I said, madam.
All right, go ahead, sir.
I say I'm looking for a way, somebody to work with me, to help me. I was living in Equatorial Guinea before. I want to bring in that country into the business. That's what I'm saying. I say I need help from leadership. I don't know who to talk to. That's what I was saying. It's not a question. I just say, who can help me bring people, my people from Equatorial Guinea to the business?
Right. So I'm sorry, I missed your name because I'm saying D and M.
My name is Michael Ojongtambia, sir. Michael
Ojongtambia.
Oh,
okay. So that's it. Now I recognize the name. See, I've talked to some Michael Ojongtambia, but I didn't know I saw DMM Linux link, and I'm so
this is me, sir. Michael Ojongtambia.
So you want to bring it to Equatorial Guinea, and what do you mean by bring it there? What do you mean by, because you are there, right? I want to
bring the business to them. I've not seen nobody registered from there yet.
Which is a good thing. So make yourself a man on a mission, right? So. Like me. So what you need to do is find a way to get them into the webinars, right?
Yes.
That's how you bring them in. When you get them to the webinars, they start signing up. If you want to be part of our leadership group, we're going to get you in there so that, you can find ways to get them to the Zoom. Maybe before long, you're going to start doing your own presentations and so on and so forth. That's a great thing. We encourage that. But the only way to bring them is
to bring... for 4 years. So I speak Spanish as well.
That's what I was about to say. I said we have
so bring them to the webinars, and then of course you speak English, you speak Spanish.
Yeah.
Yes.
Then you can start translating to them whatever language you speak in that country.
Okay.
Right.
Michael.
Okay. Yes. Yes.
Sorry, there's also David Bakau from Papua New Guinea. He brought ONPASSIVE. He put Papua New Guinea on the map because of ONPASSIVE.
Okay.
And everyone works differently, but he said it was more belly to belly, went door to door, business to business, and then he started having conferences at an hotel, and then he started doing a road trip. So there are lots of ways, and also if you search ONPASSIVE Spanish, you'll find
a lot of resources on Spanish already.
Yes, so you can also use that webinar to help with your prospects. So there's a lot that you can tap into.
Yeah.
And I wish you all the best with your mission, because I think you're going to do very well.
Thank you very much, guys. Thank you, Marina. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Charles. Thank you, Senge. Thanks for the encouragement.
You're welcome, sir. Thank you.
So I want to see a lot of people from that area a lot within the next maybe months, okay?
Yes, sir. I'll work on that.
All right.
Thank you.
No problem.
Thank you so much, guys. We're going to move on to Mohammed. Mohammed, please, you need to open your microphone, and of course, we want to see you on video.
Okay. Good evening, everybody.
Hello, sir. How you doing?
I'm doing fine. Yeah, I was excited when Marina said on her YouTube you can find videos on how to assist churches, real estate, and all that. Well, I'm a Muslim, and there are Muslims on this platform also. There are Muslims who are co-founders, and we're planning to bring more and more of them. So I don't know, is there no plan for ONPASSIVE to also assist mosques for the Muslims? Thank you.
Mohammed,
Okay.
welcome. You know, ONPASSIVE is not, it's for all the people. So there's no religion or creed or race or what have you. And what Julie and Milo did is just, you know, what was in demand, what people were asking, how can it help this? How can it help that? And, you know, took the majority of what type of business is out there and what people are looking for. The charities, churches, and foundations is not just, you know, churches. So you could also use that video, you know, I encourage you to watch it and see if it could help. And what you could do is, you know, just take that information and then do your own thing, add your own twist to it. Or if you like, you know, I could maybe try and set up a meeting with Julie and Milo so that you can be interviewed by them for that purpose, you know. So ONPASSIVE is for all the people. We, you know, don't look at color or religion or race or creed or age or anything. And definitely whatever you're looking for to help with your business, to help raise funds, whether it's crowdfunding, fundraising, what have you, ONPASSIVE will be able to help you, because we've got something called O Bless, and that is going to put eyes on whatever you are looking to fund.
Let me add a word or two to that. Thanks, Marina.
Yeah.
So, Mohammed, when we said ONPASSIVE is going to help churches, okay, that mosque falls under that category. So we have something called O Bless, meaning it's non-profit, right? Just blessing people, organizations that are on, you know, non-profit, and that mosque falls into that category. Okay, so it's the same thing. Are you okay, Mohammed, or do you have another question? Unmute yourself.
I'm satisfied. I'm satisfied. Thank you very much.
Okay.
I'm satisfied. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much, Marina. Thank you, Charles. Mr. Mohammed, thank you for the question that you just asked. It's good to know, right? Okay, I'm going to lower your hand. Guys, I don't see any other questions here.
There is a question in the chat thingy. It's from Blessing. Oh, sorry, it's directly to me. That's why you didn't see it. I'm going to ask it anyway. Blessing says, this is my first time. How do I get links or to invite people to the webinars? Thanks. Okay. Blessing, welcome to your first time here with us. Your links to the webinars, if you are on the Telegram groups, I'm not sure if you are, or if you are on my Facebook group, the links are all there under Telegram, under Zoom. You just go and search under top topics and it will come up, Telegram and Zoom. Under the Zoom links, you will find all the Zoom meetings that we have and all of Charles's presentation links to the different meetings, as well as the recordings go under presentations. And then also from your back office, you'll be able to invite people to the corporate webinar using links 8 through to 16 under my links, webinar links. So just get in touch, join the Facebook group, because all the information you need to connect to all these groups are there. And then also my YouTube channel, you can you can connect on my banner. It's got the Facebook group and it's also got my Telegram group. Once you're on there, we can add you to Charles's global group that he has for founders only.
Thank you so much, Marina.
Pleasure.
I think I heard someone else saying something. Okay. We're gonna move forward, taking Mr. Obas. Please open your microphone.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, sir. How you doing?
I'm very good.
To have you
Now, a friend of mine in Canada mentioned this to me sometimes last week, and he also told me that there was going to be a webinar today, and he sent the Zoom link to me. I'm sorry if my question will have to take you back, but then from what he told me, he said if I join the webinar, I will get further information. But unfortunately for me, I joined very late. So please, maybe my question is, how does it work? How do I become a founder? And what are the likely advantages that I'm to get if I join, I become a founder? And the fees, like I said, I'm sorry if I'm taking you back. This is my first time. So I need to know more about it before, I commit myself to it and before I probably invite others to join. So that's my question.
Okay, so let me respond to that. Mr. Obasi, it took us an hour to do that presentation and it's gonna take too long. We do have a corporate webinar coming up in about 24, 25 minutes, okay? I just put a link up on the chat. There, I'm talking, please. I just put a link up on the chat so you can look at it. That webinar is coming up in about 24 minutes. Listen to it, okay? If you still have questions or concerns, we have another webinar same time on Thursday, 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Please be on time so that we can get you in. But listen to that webinar. And once you listen to it and you like it, just get back to your friend. He will send you a link how to become, you can become a founder. You don't necessarily have to wait. Just become a founder because I can tell you there's a refund. You can get your refund in 30 days. Get in, get your position, look at it, okay? If you don't like it, you can always get your money back and get informed as you go along. But we can't go back and start telling you everything from scratch right now. But it's $97 to become a founder. If you want to know that, if you're using a credit debit card, it's going to be $102. I don't know where you're calling from, but it's the same money, just different rates, okay?
All right. I'm calling from Lagos, Nigeria.
Okay, so Lagos, Nigeria, it's I don't know how much it is in Naira, but that's what it is, $102. You can do that conversion. So we have another meeting coming up. Just join it. I just put a link on the chat group for anybody who wants to go to the corporate webinar. It's actually good for you to check it out because you see different people and a different type of presentation from a different perspective. And the more you know about it, the better it is for you, okay?
All right, thank you very much, I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Obas. Thank you, Mr. Charles. Guys, I think we have one. Mr. Kanu is coming back with another question. Hello, Mr. Kanu. Go ahead and unmute yourself, please. Emmanuel, are you there? Emmanuel? Hello?
Yes, please. I think it was Marina that mentioned something about a 7-day period where you get to see the AI actually work by bringing in traffic before you get to select the package you want.
Okay, firstly, we're not going to be able to select a package. It's a bundle. Every single tool that ONPASSIVE has is going to be available to us in one bundle at one price between $100 and $250 when we launch. Yes, we will get a 7-day free trial. In that time, we will be earning commissions from customers that the company signs up using the marketing campaigns that are driven by AI. And we will be able to use all the tools as well before we've even paid our first month subscription. So we only pay that one-time subscription during or at the end or beginning or during the 7-day free trial, and that's it. You've made 2 payments, one to secure your position as a founding member, and the second one is to pay that one-time subscription. That's pretty much one time for life because the subscriptions will come out of your profits earned, out of commission earned that the company is paying us, and they are actually going to work for us. They are driving, they're building our team, they're building our business for us. So you can either be passive and do nothing, or you can help the system build a team, you know, just to that you can earn quicker as well. But yes, you will be able to use all the products that we speak about, and at that one price, which is fantastic. I hope that answered your question, Mohammed.
Emmanuel, do you have any other questions for us? Thank you so much.
Emmanuel, sorry.
No, not really. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, guys, we don't see any other questions here. We are preparing for the corporate webinar that's coming up in exactly 20 minutes. It's supposed to be for founders and guests. So if you're a guest on here, you want to join, please jump on. Mr. Charles has put the link on the chat board. If we have nothing else,
I see a question. I see a hand that's raised. Okay.
Yeah, hold on for a second, guys.
Kazon.
I don't see Kazon. I see
Kazon is raising his hand. Kazon, can you unmute yourself? He's raising his hand physically.
I don't see it.
Can you unmute yourself? Okay, sir, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. Good evening. I'm very excited. I'm happy. I think, good evening, everyone. I'm happy to be here. I think I'm attending the webinar for the second day now. I was there yesterday, and I'm here today. I think it is quite a big opportunity. I have two worries. I just want to have answers to these two questions. Upon registration, are we going to need some papers like identification papers? And secondly, is there the opportunity to have
a friend?
Somebody else is talking. I wonder who
that was Prince. I think Senge muted him, but
okay, all right.
Can wait, yeah.
Okay, go ahead, Mr. Kaiser.
Okay. So I have two questions. The first one is this: is there the opportunities to have multiple accounts? And secondly, upon registration, do we need, are there some papers that we need, for example, identification papers? Thank you.
Okay, first of all, your first question, are you allowed to open multiple accounts? Yes. The only thing you need to do, make sure each account has a different email address, because the email address is a unique identifier, okay? Now, second question. You said upon registration, okay. Are there papers? No, there are no papers upon registration, okay? But upon withdrawing money, when it comes time to withdraw money, you will need to identify yourself, yes. Every country is gonna require that you be able to identify yourself so that when you withdraw that money, if you have to pay Uncle Sam or the tax person at that end, you can you pay your fair share. But upon registration, you don't need that. We don't need that. All we need is your name, an email address, and that's it. You're good to go, right? And the password. And then when ONPASSIVE launches and you get to start withdrawing money, you're gonna have to identify yourself at that point. Okay?
Okay.
I hope that answers.
Okay, thank you. I'm satisfied.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. I think I saw a hand raised prior to Mohammed.
Mohammed's hand is raised. I don't know if he has another question. Mohammed, can you unmute yourself if you have another question? Go ahead and unmute yourself.
Yeah, the next Zoom meeting, what time, please? West African time.
It's 10 p.m. West African
time. It is 11 p.m. It's in 15 minutes time.
Yes, 10 p.m. West African time. Okay.
10 p.m.
Yes, so in 15 minutes, she said. Yeah, 10 p.m.
Okay, thank you very much.
No problem. I just want to give a shout out to Sean. And I see Sean is here. We always have to give a shout out to our Leadership Council members because they do such a great job, okay? Being at all the webinars all the time, responding, helping people. Sean, can you unmute yourself? Let me see if I can. Yes, go ahead and unmute yourself, Sean.
Hello.
Hi,
yes,
Sean.
Sir.
Hello,
how you doing?
How's everybody today?
Awesome. How are you? Happy New Year.
How are you? I'm good. Happy New Year to you as well.
Yes, we're just always glad to see you here, and appreciate everything that you guys at the Leadership Council are doing. You know, showing up everywhere, encouraging people, helping people. That's good. That's really what ONPASSIVE is about. So we just wanted them to hear your voice, see that your contagious smile. That's all.
Absolutely, and I appreciate that. You know, it's very important. Again, like I had mentioned yesterday, just to stay engaged and just understand that, you know, a lot of people are looking for help and looking for guidance, and you know, that's our job, just to serve and to make sure that we try to satisfy people as much as we can, to make sure that no one is left on an island and everybody feels like they're involved, you know. And we are all involved, and we are all a family. And I'll tell everybody on this call right now who is looking to be a founder, already a founder, or so on and so forth, this opportunity is astronomical. We have everything you're looking for, as you said, Charles. You know, if you think it, we have it. And I believe that in it to win it has now become an understatement, because we've already won, you know. So just a bit more patience, just a bit more time, just a bit more love, and we will be on the top of the mountain. So I won't talk too much, just a few words to say I love each and every one of you. It's always a pleasure. I really appreciate you guys having these webinars, because it keeps our juices flowing and keeps our minds engaged. So one love to everybody, and all the best for 2021. This is a year of prosperity. This is a year of results. So that's all I got to say, brother. Thanks for having me on, Charles.
Thanks, man. We appreciate your
great.
wisdom.
It's so nice to see you everywhere with your beautiful smile. Thank you.
Yes. Hopefully there are no more questions. If there aren't, we will be glad to wrap this up, and so that we can shift over to the corporate webinar. It's starting in a few minutes. Okay, Senga, do you want to go ahead and wrap this up for us, please?
Charles, a year of prosperity. Let me quote Sean right there. A year of prosperity, a year of optimism, right? Thank you guys so much for being here. It's always been a pleasure. We're going to see you again on our guest webinar for ONPASSIVE Global. Tomorrow is going to be the French webinar at 2 p.m. Eastern, and then Thursday, 2 p.m. Eastern is going to be the English webinar, guys. It's time for the founders or even the guests to go on to the corporate webinar that's organized in under 13 minutes. Thank you for coming by, and have a great day. Bye-bye.
Thank you. And this recording will be on my YouTube channel in a few hours' time. Thank you very much. See you at the corporate webinar.
Thank you.